So welcome, Taylor. We're going to open up our hearts to begin our session today with a prayer. And I feel also the energy of your Father coming in my whole, my heart and my joints and everything kind of lit up. So I don't know if he's showing me an ailment before he passed, but he's making me feel like, he had a lot of anxieties, a lot of stress in his life. He wasn't dealing with it. And I feel like he had some heart related things where he was swelling.
Mm-hmm.
So he's literally coming in. Wow, the light in the room.
Yeah,
Did you see the camera lit up?
it's just like lit
So
right
this,
up.
yes, so he's coming in and he's absolutely present even before you started talking when I turned the camera on. So we open our hearts in prayer,
Mhm.
peace and blessings. Amen. So did you used to want to ride a pony, or when you were a little girl, do you used to want to ride
Yeah,
a horse or pony? Your dad is like, my daughter, and she's showing me you a pony.
always wanted a horse, but yeah, he was able
Of
to send
course.
me to horseback riding camp.
Are you going through school, or you
Uh,
had studying?
that is really really weird. Yeah, I'm supposed to be going to school in September.
He's
Um,
happy. He's got a lot of yellow, joyful excitement about school and you going to school. He's showing me that this is a perfect time for you. You've made good decisions. I have fled with joy energy from him.
like good to hear because that was it. Kind of like felt like he was missing out on that because what I chose to study, I kind of chose because of him. So
That's why he's extra honored.
it's so nice to like to hear that.
Do you have a brother?
I do. I
Okay,
do.
he's mentioning a boy, his son, your brother, and how this has impacted all of you. And I feel like has his son, your brother, been kind of lost in his path?
Yeah, especially between
He's
them.
talking about he has deep love for this son, but he's showing me your son's head and down in a different direction and
Yeah.
not listening, not engaging. And he's bringing this up because he's just kind of, it's like giving you, just maybe through you, your brother will have peace knowing dad loves him.
Yeah, no,
Even
because that,
though, yeah,
yeah, no, that's always like, that was one of the big, not unanswered questions. I know dad loved all of his kids, but like, I know Levi didn't ever get that kind of closure, didn't ever get that kind of like saying goodbye or sorry or stuff like that.
with a very big, like, I'm unburdening him for you.
Yeah.
I'm
That,
unburdening his pain that he's carried, and he wants to say, I'm sorry, I should not have let the time go by. It was wasted time over something that just ego. I feel
yeah.
like also your father would have been someone who didn't deal well emotionally, because he's trying to give me this sense of, can I ask you a question? Did he also divorce your mother, or they didn't stay married?
No, no, they had a very messy divorce.
Oh, they had a messy divorce, because that's what I got. He did not stay married. And I feel like the reason why he started off by saying I wasn't someone, didn't get along easily with my wife, which is why we divorced. Just wanted to make sure that I was getting the energy, because he sounds pretty much like hot-headed. And
Yeah.
yeah, and you were his soft spot.
Yeah.
You were his girl. You were his princess. You were the pride and joy. And it's because you had a special way of letting dad be dad.
Yeah.
You didn't ridicule dad. You were so unconditionally loving me. That's what he's saying. I never
And
experienced unconditional love the way I felt it with you. But he's a different soul now. And when he's this life that he got caught up in life and the way things were too long, and he didn't get a chance to have closure or have those things put to rest. He thought about it, but he never knew that there was ever going to be an opportunity to be accountable.
yeah,
He
that
always, yeah,
everything you're saying makes so much sense.
yeah, yeah. But who smoked cigarettes?
Him
Because
a
he's
lot.
smoking a lot right now. I actually have to turn the window open. It smells like he's lighting smoke in the air.
We had
Yeah.
to get his clothes dry cleaned after because they all just smelled like cigarettes.
Yeah, the room is filled with cigarette smoke, but he's
Yeah.
laughing. He's
Yeah.
laughing. He's talking about, because you mentioned that having to get the dry cleaning. He's like, oh, laughing about that. That was, he knew
Yeah.
about that. Yeah. Also, his space, where he was staying, was he alone? He didn't have any roommates.
Yeah, at the end there, yeah.
I
He
feel
was
like he was alone and he had a lot of, or an organized area. Like I feel like my place was, I just didn't have priority on my environment.
you wouldn't have your own space or
Yeah.
feel prioritized.
Yeah. Was he someone who had addictions?
Yeah.
Because he's telling me that was one of the struggles that he had in terms of his health. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple
And
things I tried battling with.
yeah, he's got, wow, it's like he got sober and awake the way I'm feeling his. Can I articulate some of his feelings?
Yeah.
Because was he like 50? Was he
Yeah, he
young?
was around 50, yeah. Like right
Yeah,
there.
and yeah, because I don't feel like I got to live my full life, and he was very unhappy and he had depression and anxiety and he never got any mental help. And he
Mm-hmm.
says that it was almost like he didn't want to have to let go of, he didn't want anybody telling him how to live his life. And he says, I knew I was stubborn. He said, even when people would he would cut people out if they got angry. So he said there was some kind of like tough love, but it was always like, screw you. He was quite verbal with the words. He was
Yeah.
interesting. He's showing me, but I'm not saying those words. But he is, I think he's hilarious. He's got a really good personality in terms of like making light of it in a joking humor. But he's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I was not going to listen to anybody. I'm a stubborn one. The way he's talking. Yeah. Like yeah. I
Yeah.
also feel like I wasn't as available on phone. For some reason, I didn't always get back to you or something. I don't know if you texted him and he didn't bother. He said that
There was there was a little bit in the last year before he died, where I tried reaching out to him a bit more often, and there was a couple times where he didn't get back to me right away, which was different for
he
him. He
was
was
not in a good state.
yeah.
That's what he's saying. Don't take that like I don't love you. He's bringing that up because it specifically needs to be something you've been carrying on your heart and you want peace around. It had nothing to do with you. Don't take that personally. He said, I wasn't in a good place. Those are the moments where I feel like he was under the influence. He had numbed himself with narcotics or something. Like he just wasn't in the mindset. He knew, I don't want to present myself to my daughter. He was still afraid that you would judge him, even though you already were judging him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's true. To oh, I'm seeing a couple of things. Painting. Do you plan on painting?
I do paint. Yeah, just
Painting?
casually.
Yeah, because you show me brushes. I'm
Yeah.
seeing Archangel Jophiel. So painting, but also expressing yourself through creativity. Jophiel
Yeah.
is all about that heart spells expression. It's healing for you. So it's coming
That
off the heart. Mm-hmm.
no, that's
Yeah.
so funny because that's actually something that me and Vivian are kind of working on is me like
Yes.
restarting doing that because I used to be super creative and I used to paint all the time. And yeah, as part of like therapy and everything, she's been trying to encourage me to get back into that.
And I
Yeah.
feel like you're validating what you and your therapist is exactly what it feels like. Like
Yeah.
that
No.
is going to be a tool for you to connect because I feel like I want to help you to really go back into your sense of worth, your sense of
Yeah.
self-love and get that confidence up and heal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is, yeah.